Hi, my name is Elena Kee, the owner of Kee Technology Solutions. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It will give you a good understanding of what to expect from the Follow Boss revamp. I've currently been a Follow Boss user since 2016 and have really been able to dive into what Follow Boss has to offer and understand all of the tools available. I'm currently a moderator for the Follow Boss Facebook group and have been a guest speaker on webinars for Follow Boss and at the Follow Boss conference. It's our team's goal to help ensure that you are using everything Follow Boss has to offer and to automate as much as possible. The goal of the setup is to require as little amount of work on your part. The setup is for you if you are a solo agent, a team, or a brokerage working in primary residential real estate. About 90% of clients we work with do not do an initial kickoff call. This is a done-for-you turnkey setup with action plans, automations, smart list, training, and a realistic daily workflow. This allows you to focus on what you do best, and that is making your calls, converting leads, and working with your clients. While I am talking, you will be seeing different screenshots of the different emails we've written and the average reply rates agents are seeing. This is not a guarantee, but an average of what we've taken from our clients. To summarize the Follow Boss revamp, it includes 30 action plans and automations to help automate as much as possible throughout the entire life cycle of a lead, from when they're brand new in Follow Boss all the way beyond closing. To view a full list of the action plans and automations included in the revamp, scroll down below this video on the website, and there's a What's Included section. This setup will not replace you, but it supplements what you are already doing. It will supplement you by keeping you top of mind with your leads and your clients. Deals automations. These are 5 additional action plans and automations for clients you're working with. These are geared towards your buyer and seller clients. It does not replace what the transaction coordinator is doing for you already or what you are doing manually, but it supplements. For example, on the buy side, there's an active buyer, drip, that keeps them educated and motivated as they're trying to find a home and get an offer accepted. There's an under contract drip for what to expect now that their offer is accepted. On the sell side, there's a pre-list action plan of thank you for listing your house with us, how to prepare your home for a sale, a just listed, your home is on the market, here's what to expect next, and then under contract, here's what to expect between now and closing. So we do ask that our clients put their eyes on them and read through the email content to ensure it is compliant with your local regulations. A few automations I wanted to point out. The first is the HomeBot automation. You can use this if you use HomeBot and you integrate it with Follow Boss. Right now, in order to do that, you either need to use Ylopo or Osiris. There's an alternative called Home Equity Watch, and you can use that, and it has a direct integration. The next automation, back to website, I wanted to point out, you can use this if you own your own website with IDX and it's compatible with the Follow Boss Pixel. At that point, you can track activity and trigger the action plan, which then re-engages the lead and references the property they viewed. The content of the action plans totals almost 500 emails written to this day. We will customize those email templates to incorporate your own marketing materials, such as website pages, blog posts, YouTube videos, BombBomb videos, or guides you'd like to be shared. We will scroll through your entire library of content and select the pieces for you. We only select evergreen content so that we don't put in something that mentions the year or a hot or cold market and require it to be switched once a change is made. Although you'll receive a giant list of action plans and automations, you won't have to remember what they all say and do. You will be primarily focused on the smart lists under the people screen. Smart lists are dynamic, meaning they automatically update who shows up in which list depending on various filters, such as how old the lead is, when you've last communicated with the lead, if the lead is engaging with your website, and what stage they are in. They would be ordered in number of importance. Depending on what softwares and tech stack you use, you will be given between 10 and 13 smart lists. Although in a perfect world, it would be great to call through all 10 to 13 lists, realistically, it's not going to happen. So your primary focus will be the first 5 to 7 lists each day. As long as you call through those lists, preferably through the Follow Up Boss dialer, log the call and change the stage. That's how Follow Up Boss knows when to move one lead from one smart list to another, and that stage change is what triggers the action plans and automations to work. The goal is to reduce your tasks in Follow Up Boss. Tasks pile on so quickly and you can't filter through them. Some additional automations we provide are for Conversion Monster users. Conversion Monster is an ISA company that makes outbound calls to your leads. When they make calls, they make tags in your account. Based on those tags being added, we trigger an automation to change the stage and trigger a correct action plan for you. If you use Ylopo, we have additional smart lists and automations for managing Raya, your hand raisers, and your HomeBot engagements, and an additional action plan if you generate Ylopo Direct Connect leads. Training comes in 3 forms. The first form is a video training library pre-recorded by me, plus a custom video I record for you. Next is a cheat sheet outlining the most important things to remember and do each day. Finally is one-on-one training with our customer success manager. We include up to 1 hour split into 2 30-minute calls. 99% of our clients find that sufficient. However, if you do need additional calls, then it's available at an additional $50 per half-hour call. To clarify what the Revamp does not include, once these action plans and automations are enabled, Follow Boss does not go backwards to your existing database and mass apply these action plans to existing leads. Same with an import. If you import a large list of leads, those leads are not going to automatically receive an action plan. That's a safeguard to ensure you don't accidentally trigger a large list of people to receive the wrong action plan. However, if this is one of your goals to go backwards, after the revamp is done, you can talk with our team about an additional fee for that. It is 10 cents per lead added to an action plan. When you sign up for the revamp, you can either select to go live right away or wait until you have a chance to review and feel comfortable. About 85% of the clients we work with don't have the capacity to read through all 500 emails and approve. The goal of the setup is to be ready to use immediately. However, if you are one of those people that would really love to read through the emails, make sure it's exactly how you would like it to be written, you can select to leave everything turned off until you review and tell us you approve turning them on. When we work in your account, we don't make permanent changes to how your current structure is set up in Follow Boss. So although you will receive new stages in Smart Lists, we won't delete your existing stages and lists. We also don't delete any existing action plans. We will make suggestions on how to manage your action or your stages and lists, but we get your permission prior to doing so. Since you do receive the new lists and stages, please do not remove them. When you remove the stages, that breaks our setup and will require a complete rewrite for an additional fee. If you are looking for someone to do a deep dive database scrub where someone goes one by one, lead by lead, and reviews the notes, the calls, the emails, and determine if the lead is in the correct stage, we have someone we can refer you to who can do that. First, you would receive our revamp, then that person can then go in and do the scrub. By and large, we don't have the ability or capacity to make custom projects happen. We have a very small team and limited availability. We do take on custom work on a case-by-case basis, but we don't have the capacity to write brand new drips. So if you have a cool idea for a new drip, that's great. Please send that idea over to us for a potential future drip for us to create, but it's not something we can do on demand. Additional projects are available on a case-by-case basis at an additional $100 an hour. Our revamp does not include plugging in third-party sources or software like Zapier. So if you need help with that, Follow Boss support is a great help, or we can refer you to a company who can help. If your Follow Boss account is under a broker account, meaning you don't own it, the broker owns it, we still have to do the setup through the broker owner account. So the broker needs to be open to that. Plus, we need to coordinate what the broker is and isn't open to in regards to changing stages in order to make this setup work. We usually recommend, if the setup is just for you and no one else, that you create your own Follow Up Boss account that you own, because there are additional workarounds we have to do, and depending on how it's set up for you to receive leads, those workarounds may or may not work. We would need to log into your account to see exactly if it would work. When you're ready to move forward, click the Get Started button on the website and follow the instructions. After you click Submit and provide payment, you will hear from our admin, Kendra, about the next steps. Turnaround time varies between 1 and 4 weeks, depending on demand. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you have further questions, on the bottom right corner of the website, there's a little widget that allows you to send over a specific question, or you can schedule a call with one of our team members by scrolling down on this website and clicking Schedule Call. Our calendar does fill up quite quickly. We have to balance how many initial calls we do versus how many setups we take. So I appreciate your patience with that. Otherwise, if you're ready to proceed without the discovery call, you can do so on our website by clicking Get Started. Follow Up Boss has been really designed to be a company-wide or account-wide setup. This means if you have any users now in your CRM, or you plan to add users in the future, whether they are admin or an agent, a buyer agent, seller agent, ISA, Follow Up Boss is designed to automatically opt them in to your entire system. So if you have any automations in place, any action plans for new leads in place, any smart lists in place, any stages in place, any users you have now or in the future get automatically opted in to start using those automations. So if any leads get assigned to them and one of our automations gets triggered once they're enabled, let's say because they went to the website and triggered the back to website automation, or let's say the agent changed the stage of the lead, which triggers a nurture automation, Follow Up Boss will automatically start dripping them, and the emails will come from that assigned agent, and the emails will come with their signature, but it'll use our emails. And if you wanted to opt them out, it's a one-time fee of $200 for us to initially opt out any specific users. And if in the future you have more users to either opt in or opt out, then we can show you how to do that yourself moving forward, or we will continue doing that for you for our hourly $100 an hour rate. On that note of a company-wide setup, we also like to be very clear on expectations of the content. When there is more than one user in an account, we typically come from a company branding standpoint rather than per agent branding. So in Follow Up Boss, because of the way it's designed, we use one set of email templates that are shared across everyone. So everyone uses those same email templates. So because of that, if you provide us with blog content or video content, we typically use content that works for any agent. So if it is a video from the team owner, the company owner, and we incorporate that into an email, then that email sends regardless of who the assigned agent is with that video. It just sends from that assigned agent instead. So if you do send us with videos or blogs, keep in mind that other agents within the company use those same emails. So we always try to be mindful of that and only include content that comes from the team owner or has company branding rather than from individual agents and their videos. One other thing to consider with a company-wide setup is the reviews. So we incorporate a review link in our post-closing plan where we ask the client to write a review for the company via email, and we link to reviews, whether it's on Google, Facebook, Zillow, anything like that, we link to there. So typically we would like to request, if you're brokerage, the brokerage review link. For your team, a team link. Otherwise, if you wanted to do it per agent, we have 3 options available that we can walk you through after you sign up for the Revamp. The 3 options are in the email. Option number 1 is we can just say, write a review for Elena here, write a review for Chris here, write a review for Jesse here, where all of the links are in one email. But if you wanted it to be separated out to say, well, I want Follow Up Boss to detect when the lead's assigned to Elena, send Elena's link. But when the lead's assigned to Chris, send Chris's link. The lead's assigned to Jesse, send Jesse's link. In that case, we need to create automations, email templates, and action plans per agent, and that will require customization work. That's $100 per agent. So we like to be clear on those 3 things. So the first option, if you just are okay with it saying write a review for this person here and this person here and this person here, there's no extra charge for that. But it's when you want to separate them out where it's $100. The third option is just to not include the review link at all, which is an option as well, and that won't be a cost.